setting up some recording things right now in the booth, but we'll get to that shortly. How are you guys? How's your Wednesday going? We want to hear.
Wednesday's great. I don't know if this mic is working, but
Is the mic working? No.
no.
Okay.
It is on.
Oh crap. Okay.
I'll just go right over.
Yeah. Hey. What's your name?
My name is Mats. I'm the bass player for Asteroid, and we are here to rock.
Heavy and hard.
Hell yeah.
Yes. We are ready to begin at any moment.
Is that moment coming soon? Maybe? I don't know. But how's your Wednesday going?
My Wednesday is going lovely. I think all of our Wednesdays are going lovely. It's a little chilly day, but that's okay. We woke up at like noon, close to 1 o'clock probably. I got like 4 hours of sleep. I'm rocking.
Sweet. Awesome. Are we fixing everything right now, or?
Yeah, I think we're ready to go.
You ready?
Let's go.
Is
Okay.
it working now?
This thing.
Turn what? Oh.
Okay, that's on Elise's end.
All right. Take it away, you guys.
All right.
Ready? Ready?
For those of you that are just now tuning in, this is 90.1 WRUV FM Burlington.
Woo!
We've got Rose Asteroid in here. What?
Woo! WRUV.
Exactly. Why don't you guys go around and introduce yourselves?
Okay.
And, yeah, tell us what you play. Maybe a fun fact about yourself, if you will. Anything you would like to share with your fellow listeners.
A fun fact. Well, I'll start off. So my name is Max Thurston, and I'm the bass player of Rose Asteroid. I love slap bass. I love funk bass. I love classical music. I'm also a cellist. I'm going to pass it off to... Yeah, that's right. Are you a cellist?
Well, it used to be high school, but...
Okay, all right,
yeah,
fair enough,
mad
fair enough.
respect, though.
Pick it back up.
I do
All
love
right.
cello.
All right.
Very elegant instrument, I will say.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And actually, fun fact about Marcus, too. I'm going to pass it off to Marcus. He's got something to say.
So, yep, I'm Marcus. I'm the guitarist, and Mats and I have known each other for a long time. I was a violinist for the longest time, and I actually make violins. That's my job.
Whoa.
So, yep.
How does one get into this field of work, may I ask?
I honestly have no idea how it happened.
Did you go to school for violin making?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
that was my college, essentially.
So it's
yeah.
not something I can just drop into? I'd have to go to school for it?
I went to school for 3 years, and I left thinking that I knew like a decent amount, and then as soon as I got into the workshop, I was like, oh, I actually know nothing, and I still like went to school for 3 years for it.
That's great. What's like the certification for it? Like, is it like violin making is like the title of it all?
Or is it just like general
Yeah.
workings?
Yeah. I mean, like in Germany, at least, in a lot of Europe, they have actual certificates for like doctorate in violin making.
Damn! Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Doctor?
Doctor. Yeah.
Not in the U.S., but you know.
Sorry, I'm just so amazed by this guy.
Yeah, this
Wait,
is.
does your microphone not work over there?
My name's Aiden Marble. I'm the drummer. Aiden McGee Marble. Yeah, exactly.
Is that your actual middle name, or is that like a reference to McGee the artist?
Oh,
Because
that's for real my middle name.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
there we go.
But yeah, I've been a drummer since I was like 5 years old, thanks to my dad. Started it all, cracked the egg on that. And now I'm a chef in the meantime. And yeah, play with these two fools all the time. Twice
Awesome.
a week.
What's your favorite dish to make?
Yeah, meatballs. I'm a big meatball guy.
There we go.
Meatball City.
Yeah, meatballs, exactly.
Where are you Italian?
No,
May I ask? Oh,
no, no, I just adopted
You
it.
just picked up, yeah. Picked up the meatball tradition.
Yeah, big meatball guy.
What was the name
My
of that?
culture is not a joke. Sorry, no, never mind.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm Swedish.
you
We
do.
got meatballs.
There we go.
You do. What was the name of that first song, by the way? Also, wait, your microphone should be working. It just won't be coming out of the monitor. So you won't hear it working. It just should potentially work.
Well, so the name of that first song is called Comfort Zone because it's weird and it's kind of like out of the comfort zone. We don't have lyrics tentatively. We are working on that. We got lyrics for some songs, but usually I'm the one who does the singing as it is right now because we're just a three-piece. And there is one song that I'm going to be singing tonight that I can play at the same time, but usually I like to just lose myself behind the bass so I'm not glued to a microphone. And if we're on stage, you know, out playing somewhere, we're usually very animated. We have these wireless systems for our guitars, so Marcus and I are usually like jumping up and down and running through the room and doing all kinds of crazy shit. I mean, stuff.
Uh-oh.
Ah! Swear jar.
Swear jar. We just don't condone that, and that's okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you guys are good.
FCC.
I can already tell.
FCC swear jar.
I can already tell that you guys have a lot of passion, and I wish we had that crazy tech going on in here so I could witness us jumping around and whatnot. But I'll have to come to one of your shows. You got any?
Oh,
Hey, we got a little jump.
Yeah, we got a lot of wires.
Yeah,
Do you have any
there's
shows coming up that are not a part of WRUV that we can watch your jumping occur?
Hey, you know what? That's a great question, and the answer to that is no. No, we just played a couple shows just recently. Right now, we are not booked up at the moment, but usually they just kind of come and ask us. We don't really go out to anybody and be like, "Hey, give us a gig."
No.
They just kind of come and ask us to play, which is nice.
How special are you guys?
I know. Hey.
You can definitely check us out on Instagram though. We post all our tracks. So for gigs coming up. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. Shall we play another song for you?
Please do.
All right.
Title it.
Oh.
All right. This one is called "Same as Before."
Rose Asteroid on WRUV. That was epic, guys. Love that song. Could you tell us a little bit about that track and how that came about?
Of course, yes. So this one's origin story. Usually, when we write songs, usually one of us comes into a jam with an idea, and everybody else builds upon it with their own creative voice. That's how we like to do it, kind of open forum. This one in particular started off as a bass line that I wrote when I was back home at my parents' house for Christmas or something. And I forgot to bring a bass because I was dumb. And they had this terrible little ukulele, and I wrote the bass line from the intro and the outro on that ukulele. And I had this lyric hook that I didn't sing because I can't sing and play at the same time. But so I brought that in, and then Marcus wrote this beautiful, spacious chordal piece over it, and then we brought it to Aiden.
100 years later.
100 years later. Yeah, so that one started off like that, and we called it Same As Before just because that was the lyric that came to mind, just off the cuff.
Awesome.
And the interesting thing about it, I think the format of the song actually calls back to the beginning, so it ends up sounding the same as before. I don't know, this is a cool little musical detail. I don't even think we did it
Little theory,
intentionally.
yeah.
Yeah,
It just kind of happened. You know, like, oh,
It's meant to be.
It was
Mhm.
cute.
Would you guys ever? Well, you've mentioned this a couple times now. You know, like it seems like you focus a lot on the instrumentals. Would you ever consider adding another member as a singer, or do you want to keep it more, instrumental based?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. We have been in search of the fourth member, the fourth Rose Asteroid member. It's been a long time. We've been going and interviewing a lot of awesome singers, really great people, and like people that we've come to love and know pretty intimately in like a musical writing setting. You just you have to be vulnerable with each other, and so we're meeting all of these great people, and we've always been kind of patient in finding the person. That's how we were before we found Aiden, because Marcus and I have been friends since high school, and now we're old. And we're
15 years.
Marcus is 30 and I'm 27, and we were looking around for a drummer because Marcus and I were writing together since high school for a long time, and we went through a bunch of drummers, and we found Aiden,
Who's 5 years old?
who's 5 years old now. He just turned 5,
Yay.
and he just got it. It was like we didn't even have to like tell him what to do, because there weren't drum lines to these songs. It was just Marcus and I playing bass and guitar, fiddling around, and he just came in and just boom, hit the beats that we were hearing in our heads, and it just made sense. So we're looking for the person who is that in the singer's position, yeah, we've been finding a lot of cool people.
That's awesome. It feels like that is something, waiting until when you know.
You just gotta wait for it to click.
Mhm.
For real.
Message to take.
Yeah.
And if you think, and if you think you are the fourth member out there, remember to call in our on-air booth. I forget the number, but
Audition right here, right now.
656-4399
there you
yeah,
or chat.
go. Or chat.
www.org.
ChatGPT, send us an automated message.
yeah. No, I also wanted to say, like, that open form writing system is just kind of how we want to do everything. So we're really hoping for a singer to come in who has listens to our music and imagines things and can paint a story in their head and wants to write content to it. We none of us. Well, Matt's writes some music, lyrics, but Aiden and I are kind of just thinking back and just want to stay in the note zone. But yeah, looking for that creative spirit.
Do you guys, when you are writing a song or playing a song, do you have a clear picture? Like, are you imagining a story? What's going on? Are you all on the same page? Do you each got your own thing going on? Do you talk about this when you are?
That is also, man, you've got the good hard hitters. We actually take feeling into account very deeply when it comes to writing music. It's like, so a lot of times the line will come because you're just practicing and noodling around, and then you'll play something that hits you like, oh man, this makes me feel a certain way, or it sounds really good to me. And then a lot of times when Marcus and I are trying to write new parts to that piece, like, oh, it needs a chorus, what do we do? And then we put the instruments down and we go, okay, how does it make you feel like moving? What does your body want to do when you're listening to this, and where does it want to go? So we take like locomotion into consideration, we take feeling into consideration, like is it sad, is it happy, all that kind of stuff, or more complex emotions, is it like multiple emotions at once? melancholia mixed with hopefulness, for example.
Does it remind you of things that have happened in your life?
Yeah. So yeah, we take a lot of that into consideration when we're writing. It's very much a emotional journey.
I like that. I think it's really important, especially with like your live performance, to take that into consideration, because like obviously people are going to be listening to you no matter what, but obviously like the grassroots of it all is performing live and seeing people dancing and having fun. That's so important.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's when I feel most alive, is if I'm up on stage watching people groove, and then it makes me groove even harder, and I just want to perform for those people. I feel like I'm like doing something good for them, and then they're doing something good for me in return by being so receptive. That's right.
Yeah, little psych.
It's like a self-charging battery.
Mm. What's your favorite like boogie on stage? I know you guys were like running around, but like, what I want to know with the whole locomotion stuff. Like, what's your best dance move?
Sometimes.
They just feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever's flowing in the moment. But I do this one where I like jump from foot to foot.
Yeah, jumping just up and down might be your signature move.
Yeah.
The big up, knees to the chest.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll try to bust some of that out in this little studio.
Yeah. Sad for our audio listeners that they can't see that. Yeah.
Come to a show.
Yeah, there we go. Self-promotion.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram, Rose Asteroid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think a lot of artists get, caught up in the whole definition of what they are and what they should be and like how they should look and how they should feel. It seems like you guys are like you're stripped down to the basics of you're just doing what your intuition is telling you to do, what feels good.
To
And I
those
think
listening, we are wearing clothes.
they're not stripped down,
Clarify.
guys.
Yeah.
What? Who said that?
Unless.
Anyway, play another song.
Let's segue. Yeah.
All right, this one is called Unlike Anything.
Unlike anything, that one was written actually by Marcus.
Woo.
Ooh.
So obviously you guys, you love your funk. I want to know what's some of your biggest influences, maybe like top album that you loved when you were growing up to now. Any takers on that?
Sure. Actually, it's kind of weird. I don't actually listen to many guitarists. Strangely enough, I don't really feel like guitar has had much of an influence in my playing. It's more vocalists. Like I love Imogen Heap, Björk, who else? Little Comets, Radiohead. But yeah, I think I take most of my influence from vocalists because I feel like I'm taking the place of a vocalist in the band right now.
Definitely.
It's been like that for a
Yeah.
while. So yeah.
That's awesome. Great picks.
Well, I really played a lot of Foo Fighters growing up because I drum along to a lot of Foo Fighters when I was younger, like middle school and stuff. And my dad also had his own music that he created on his own synthesizer, so he taught me a lot of like multiple genres. He'd be like, let's do reggae tonight, let's do rock, let's try something like that, you know. So learned a lot there. And then later and now I listen to a lot of metal. So a lot of like Animals as Leaders and Car Bomb and stuff. And Agent Fresco, and a lot of that is rubbed off in like the more progressive kind of drumming stuff, where there's all these little clicks and things going on, So, yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah, we can see the hefty setup you've got over
Yeah.
here. I'm just kidding.
Double
All
kicks.
7 mics, double kicks.
Double kicks. Yeah. Double kicked up on a Wednesday afternoon.
Heck yeah.
For me, I've always been a student of the bass, and I am a Red Hot Chili Peppers aficionado.
Heck yeah, Mr. Flea.
I play
We love you,
literally every single
Can I give you a
one.
song and then can you play the bass line?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Walkabout. All right. Mellow Ship Slinky and Me Major.
That one.
I'm gonna start singing along.
Yeah.
My favorite exposure so far. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know them all, every single one.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
I've always also I had my this is actually not even about me. I'm gonna say this anyway though.
By all means.
No. Blood Sugar Sex Magic has actually been, I think, the most transformative album in my whole entire life.
Oh my
Like
God.
that was like my high
Good one.
school.
You're
high
speaking
school
my
moment right there
language
for
right
me.
now.
Mhm.
What?
You are speaking my language right now.
Yes. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just like now I'm giddy after hearing that.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's
Yeah.
fun.
You're gonna jump in, we'll play Give It Away.
Okay, that sounds good.
Speaking with the Foo Fighters stuff, did you like see that interview with him and Pharrell? How he was like talking about like a lot of their drum lines are like from Nirvana at least are all like Gap Band stuff and like disco. No, it's sick. I'd definitely check that out. But yeah, definitely sick. I love Foo Fighters.
A lot of Nirvana too growing up.
Mhm.
Dave Grohl, teaches you how to hit with power.
Yeah.
You got some chats coming in. You got some, these guys are awesome. This rocks. And your buddies from Hartford, Billy and Mo.
Oh!
Yo!
tuned in, and I
Whoa!
listen to you guys.
What up, Mo? What up, Billy? We love you always.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
So would you say though, we just talked about your like, I guess your individual inspirations, but when you come together, do you have a certain sound that you want to emulate, or artists that you kind of put together as a group, less so than on an individual scale?
I mean, I think it's really unique in the way that we come together because depending on what idea comes in, we have a really varied sound. Like you go from one end of the spectrum to the complete other, and it really makes it interesting writing set lists for our shows because we really want everything to flow nicely and for the appearance of a thread to come through between every song, but they just end up so different. And that's kind of what we love, I think, is
Sure.
we aren't in a box. You can do whatever we want and it's still us.
That's the beauty of a jam. Yeah.
I got nothing to say, but he's just wrapped it up in a tight little bow right there for you.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that Red Hot Chili Peppers stuff. So mine is
Yeah,
clouded.
sure. Yeah.
We'll have to jam.
We shall. We
Mhm.
must. Actually, kind of a targeted statement though. There's many WRUV members that do not like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What?
And
I'm not one of them.
I'm also
Yeah, I'm
not
not one of them.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is
That's
This
okay.
is how it should be. Though.
Mhm.
That's okay. We still love them, and our
You don't
music.
have to.
Yeah, that's
Don't
okay.
they?
No, you know what? You know what? No, I'm all about it. I'm about everybody has their own opinion, and everybody has a beautiful taste in whatever they love, and that is okay with me. I hope they love this.
Aww.
I remember like a couple. Wait, were you going to do a song? Never mind. I thought that was like an intro.
Hey, that would have been a great segue, man. I wasn't thinking about that.
But I was thinking about how we had an exposure like a couple of months ago, and I forget what band was playing, but someone was like vehemently being like, "I don't like Adrian Lenker," and saying that in Vermont is like crazy.
Damn.
I know. I think we should all love all of the music.
That's what I say. Like, I love all music just for being music, but I don't listen to all music that's for sure. Like, I mean, I've got my taste, other people have their tastes. I have a pretty eclectic taste. I mean, I'll listen to jazz, I'll listen to hip hop. Like, I'm in it, man. Classical music all day long. I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
Show tunes. Actually, you know what? A little bit.
Best show tune, like, or not show tune, but
Musical?
what's your favorite musical?
Defying Gravity.
I mean, I liked the Book of Mormon. That was pretty
Ooh,
funny.
all right.
Like, it's a little edgy, but I mean, you know. I also liked. I was in a couple musicals playing cello in high school.
Nice.
We did Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh.
We did this one called The Mystery of Edwin Drood.
I love Drew.
Yeah,
my
you
my
know
high
that
school
one?
did that a couple years
Nice.
ago. Love that one. It's so obscure though.
It seriously is.
And it's like a make your own show. Like the ending is different every night.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Sorry, I'm like geeking out for.
Hey, we are music.
Didn't expect to do that tonight, but
Big Jesus Christ Superstar fan over here.
Yeah, we were
That's a
listening
great
to Malian folk music last night.
And what's the other one
Um, I listened to we put up some like German pirate metal or something. Yeah, we went crazy. We went on a ride last night. We were.
Appreciators
Yeah.
of it all. Well, that's awesome. I think you should hit us with another.
All right, here comes the funk.
now that's a segue.
1, 2, 3.
Damn, guys, that was awesome.
I don't know where you guys were going. It was crazy. Whoa, that like the slap bass like staccato part. Damn.
We're
We
going.
had that like talking in the middle. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was so sick. I was like,
We're going on a ride over here. We're taking a journey.
yeah, and I'm coming along for the ride, and I like it.
Good.
Yeah, that's nice. Definitely a little Red Hot Chili Peppers-esque in there.
Oh, yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
No way.
It sneaks in there.
No way. Awesome. Well, it is about 7 p.m. and WRUV is required on the hour to give a PSA to our listeners. So that means you have a big binder here with a bunch of PSAs, but you guys get to look through it and read one of them. And usually bands do like a little bit of a backing track kind of a thing. They do a little jam, make it
Okay.
theatrical.
If you
I feel like
will.
you guys could get fun with it.
Interesting.
He's ready.
But here's the binder.
Just pick one.
Pick one.
Let's take a look here. Here we go. Vitamin D. Are you taking your vitamin D? According to the Cleveland Clinic, about 42% of Americans are vitamin D deficient, and that number only goes up in places with minimal sunlight during certain parts of the year. Vermonters, I'm talking to you. I mean, it's almost February. You're always layered up. You're not getting that sunlight that you need so desperately. The easiest and most cost-efficient way to get some more vitamin D is to get out in the sun when you can. So be out there. Get that fresh air. During winters like these, even a 15-minute walk outside on a sunny day has the potential to boost your mood, get you those endorphins, and nourish your body with that good vitamin D. This has been a message from your vitamin conscious DJs at 90.1 WRUV FM, Burlington.
Perfect. That was
That
awesome.
is perfect. Thank you.
I agree with that sentiment.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D is really important.
We have been going through like a gallon of milk a week.
We notice this, like, without even thinking about it, we will, like, consume more things with vitamin D in them when wintertime comes. It just happens. We're going through milk like it's nothing, dude. We're
Salmon.
salmon, really good for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very primal of you guys.
We're a little primal out here. We get, yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of.
I had like 7 chocolate chip cookies. Just
Okay,
today.
you're balancing it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's mostly vitamin D.
That's vitamin D, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Healthiest thing you could possibly.
Oh, yeah.
And vitamin.
Yeah.
That's vitamin C cookies. Yeah,
And
cookies.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Getting those macros, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He's dirty bulking.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think you guys should get into another song right now.
All right, let's do it.
What is it called?
Oh, what is this? Oh, Worlds Apart?
Worlds apart.
This one is called Worlds Apart.
Ooh, this is fun. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bam.
Bam.
We saw some of those high jumps.
Oh, those are mid jumps.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Mid.
I like that guitar tone that you've got going on.
Yeah.
Very, like, spacey.
What's your pedals? What do you got?
Things going on.
Ooh. All right, so like
My
my favorite,
nitty gritty, yeah.
my favorite ever is the Strymon El Capistan delay. I love that. Just fills out the space. And then I got an old arena reverb that I got like 10 years ago. It's also awesome. blues driver, and MXR bass envelope filter that I actually use as a boost. Yeah, no, Matt's actually gave me that one. He didn't like it, so yeah. Wah pedal, and that's just a tuner and a volume pedal. That's it.
Gotta have the wah. Gotta.
Nice, you guys. I'm curious about how you got into music. You know, how did you begin? What did you start playing? You know, if you had somebody inspire you to begin or somebody that supported you through your journey, why don't you tell us about it?
Well, I can speak for both Marcus and I think, in terms of the band anyways. So when I'll start with my own backstory before I met Marcus. I started playing bass and cello at the same time when I was about 10 years old. My grandfather gave me this old 70s Gibson bass, and I was a really small kid, so it was massive. I could barely fit my arm around it to play it, and I could like maybe span like 3 frets at a time. But I fell in love with it, and cello at the same time. And I was actually I started playing in the orchestra in 5th grade, and just that also made me fall deeper in love with it because I had really great teachers. Music education is major, huge, very important. I think it is almost just instrumental, no pun intended, for kids to be exposed to that kind of thing and to have really great music education in schools. I think that is something that is understated because it practically got me through school. I did not give it, I didn't care. I did not care otherwise, so shout out to Ms. Sasano. I love her. She was Marcus and I's orchestra teacher through high school. Marcus and I met in high school, and we've been in the orchestra. And then we formed a band. He was playing electric mandolin also, because it's tuned the same as a violin.
Cool.
Yeah, Marcus is cool. You're gonna figure that out as we go on here. But
Stop it.
Well, man, you're cool.
I got the microphone, so I can say whatever I want. Aiden. We have an ongoing joke where since he's behind the drum kit all the time and I'm standing up on stage in front of the microphone usually, I make stuff up about him, and he cannot deny it.
I have a microphone this time though.
Yeah, he does, so I'm not doing it now, but...
Does this hurt like the group dynamic at all?
Oh no, it expands upon it.
Oh.
I would say Michael Jackson got me into it originally. I was
Crazy
a
statement.
small baby. I was a small baby, which is another crazy statement. But my dad used to put him on for dance, dance hour.
Oh,
Kids,
Mhm.
grooves. And my dad saw that I had the rhythm at the right age of 1 year old or something. So got me a drum set pretty early, little thing. And
At 2 years old.
at 2 years old.
Yes.
And then 3 years old, I was playing Foo Fighters and stuff. but and then my dad, primarily, and really only, got me into playing it all, playing all sorts of stuff. He plays piano, so I learned from him some piano and here and there, and major home to top tier inspiration for sure. Yeah.
So it was easy for you to be cool because your dad was cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's like 9 feet tall, so it's just hung out in the shadow and basked in a little of that light. But yeah, that's where it all started for me.
Sweet.
Yeah, and for me, I have a similar story to Aiden. I started playing drums at 2 years old as well, for my dad buying a tiny little drum set. And yeah, my dad's a professional musician too. He plays bass, writes a lot of songs, does singing, all that. Went to Berkeley. So I always had music in my life somewhere, whether it's, access to the drums or the piano or guitar. Just kind of noodled around on all of it. But I didn't take music seriously until middle school, when I started playing violin. I actually fell in love with the violin from video game soundtrack, believe it or not. Like,
We talked
the whole-
about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Exposure, yeah.
Like,
What video game?
it was SimCity 4. they just
That is
had
crazy.
some really, really good music on that track. And you find that a lot with like video game
Mhm.
music. The writing is amazing sometimes, you know?
Halo all day.
So yeah, that's inspirational, and yeah, it just morphed into me playing violin to mandolin because I was like, I kind of like the sound of guitar a little bit, so I'm gonna go throw the electric one. And then at some point I was just like, you know what, I'm just a guitarist, whatever. So yeah, here I am.
Real question. Do you fiddle?
I did. One of my early inspirations was actually Irish fiddle music.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I was playing that at the same time as I was learning all the cool European orchestral stuff. So.
Tell them the difference between a fiddle and violin.
Oh.
I love this story.
Well, I think the only difference is that one was had a little bit more beer spilled on it through its lifetime.
Yeah.
So.
That's cute.
Everybody always asks, they're just like, what's the difference between a fiddle and a violin? And Marcus is like, face palm.
Yeah, I got stuck with that question a lot as a violin maker.
Well, that was always one of my dreams. I've never touched a violin, but for some reason in my head, it's like a life goal to like fiddle intensely.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Go for
sure
it.
why.
Why not?
I'm not
Hey.
sure
On the
why.
way.
Fiddle is a lifestyle. It's not.
The fiddle chooses.
Yes.
It's a
It's,
mindset.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The fiddle chooses.
Yes.
Awesome. Why don't you not fiddle, jamble on your next song with us?
Jamble.
All right, well, we will jamble for you.
Thanks.
Start with you, Dreamwalker.
This is called Dreamwalker.
Epic. I just want to make sure, is my mic working in there? All right, sweet. I wanted to ask you guys, how do you think the Burlington scene has kind of impacted your own music? Because obviously we have some great music here.
Ooh,
Also, where are you from?
Yeah, where are you guys from?
that's a good question.
So yeah, that's a great question, and we are from Massachusetts, Matt and I, and Aiden is from Vermont.
Yeah, from Fairfax. Or
Sweet.
Indiana. Center. Not the school. That was there. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I see the way that we fit, at least in Burlington. There's a lot of jam band music in Burlington, as I'm sure you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there leaves a big old pocket for kind of anything that's not. With all the respect in the world, So
We love 'em.
we love 'em, but trying
Absolutely
to
love
find,
'em, yep.
Trying to find a kind of a new little niche for funk and rock and like prog to kind of come together in a new way,
Totally.
So I'd say that's just my take.
Definitely get all those vibes for
Yeah.
sure. Like you can tell.
We've found a lot of acceptance for it. Like people are really responding to it very well. People like the energy. They like the stage presence. We get people grooving. Yeah, I think there's a connection that forms when you're really earnest with your music and people really feel it. And I think we've experienced that.
Yeah, and if you pay attention to our Instagram at all, Mats and I are going out to shows all the time just to see local music and support local musicians, and it's really lucky that we're in this community. That we get to share it with so many other wonderful musicians that we can put together a show and give the listeners a real journey depending on what bands we decide to play with, throw together, and that's awesome.
Totally. Do you guys have a dream bill, or what has been your favorite experience at any live venue in Vermont?
Yeah, we've played a couple dream bills already.
Yeah.
I mean, man,
Love to hear it.
yeah, we played with Remy Russin at Foam Brewers, and that was on the 10th, this about a week ago, and that was a show. Let me tell you, Remy is awesome. We love their sound. We've always loved their sound for a very long time as just spectators, and we were like, man, we got to get Remy on a bill, because we pick people that we want to hear. We're fans. We're fans of music, not just musicians, and we go to shows like Marcus was saying, and we are always looking for new favorites, old favorites. We're going out all the time, and Remy was one of them. We played with Fossil Record this past
Good
Thursday. Good band. I know they've been on here before, deservedly, if that's a word.
We're front and center most of the time. Watching
Front.
these guys.
Oh yeah, no, Marcus and I are always right up in the pit, grooving, bobbing our heads, dancing, having a beautiful old time. There's a lot of really, really amazing talent in this little microcosm that we have here, that have come and gone. There's bands that we used to see that moved on to other things too, and Marcus and I have been here for a while. I think maybe 6-7 years by now.
Yeah, 9 for me.
9 for Marcus. Yeah, I came late, but yeah, really, really happy to find our spot within that.
I love it.
Really fortunate. Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. We started a new segment on our Instagram. Every Friday, we have Shout Out Fridays. We started this thing where we just, whenever we're feeling, full to the brim of love for the music scene, we do a local shout out every Friday, and we pick a band that we're thinking of in the moment, and we shout them out. And we want to spread that positivity around, so that is one of our goals for this year, is to keep going on that and just to shout out as many bands that we love as possible.
That's awesome.
That's what we need on social media. Yeah.
That's for real.
Spread some gratitude. Fill some buckets. Yeah.
Would you guys consider yourselves jam though?
Well, no, I wouldn't necessarily consider us jam. We do jam a lot, just randomly, and sometimes we'll like bust into a jam in the middle of a set just because we're feeling it after like a certain song that just kind of lends itself to it. But we don't just like sit there and jam for like 10 minutes. Usually, like live, it's more of a. We'll do that in the rehearsal space, but
Right.
we'll toss out a jam once in a while.
It's a writing process.
I have another. Sorry.
Oh, no, you go.
I have another Vermont question. I also like to just. It's a funny one. I like to say this one every exposure. But since we're in Vermont, what is the Ben and Jerry's flavor that describes your band? I know it's a little cheesy, but
That's a good question.
thank you.
I'm gonna have a hard time answering that without just thinking of my favorite one, which like I don't even know the names of them. I just like the ones with the peanut butter cups in them. I'm a guy that like maybe is that what they call it? Whatever is the one that has the most like chocolate in it, that one. That's the one.
Like the lava one that has like the core and like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
fudge.
Yeah. Hell yes.
Yeah.
What?
No, that's okay. You can say that. That's not a. They say that on TV now. It's okay.
Wait. I'm so lost right now.
That's funny.
Am I gonna get in trouble with the FCC? Oh. Fuck. Oh. Uh-oh.
I love the chocolate.
You didn't hear that.
raspberry
You didn't hear
sorbet.
that. Yeah. No.
The raspberry sorbet.
Don't condone it.
That's how I feel.
Ooh, sorbet. Okay.
Yeah, I see that for you guys.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of, it's like electric, that raspberry sorbet.
It zings you right in the mouth.
Zings ya.
Yeah, hey.
Bring back zing.
I like it. Love
Should
it.
we sing you right in the mouth
Why?
again? Marcus, thanks for that segue.
We should definitely zing somebody. It's not us.
How much time we got?
Yeah.
What time is it at this moment?
It's 7:30.
7:24.
Almost. Yeah.
How
We got
many?
about 20, 25 minutes.
All right.
You know,
Well,
we can push it to 30 if necessary. Here's the thing. I like you guys a lot. You know, this is
Hey.
fun. And yeah, I think we should squeeze in as much as we can here. Why don't you play us another one? We'll see how far we can get.
yeah, we'll skip around the set list a little bit. Play our favorites.
Let's say we can get at least, I'd say let's get 3 in. 3 more
Oh,
in.
yeah. All right. No problem.
Yeah.
Do you want to do? I was thinking shoulder.
Shoulder bounce.
We're blitzing it now.
We're gonna blitz it.